My Phil thinks his guilt tripping will work in his favor. This is a petty revenge in the making, so I'd be happy to update in the future. My Phil really wants us to come to their house this Christmas, but this year it will be difficult. My husband works, in essence, a contractor job, so he doesn't get a lot of time off. If he took off too much time, he would lose full-time status, and he would have to hope he'd get it back the next month. Because of this, he's probably only going to get 2 days off. We live 10 plus hours from our home state, so driving would suck and we'd spend at most a day with everyone. Flying is an option, but the shutdown has us nervous. We also have pets, and our usual sitter is going to be gone for the holidays. We would have to find a new sitter and hope our pets like them as much as the usual sitter. Even with all these reasons, my Phil has been trying to guilt trip us to come. He said we had inadvertently made a tradition of coming up every X amount of years. He's used the sickly family members, which our reasonings were never about not wanting to see them. Also, why do we need a holiday to remember to value your loved ones? We could easily make a trip for January or February. When all else fails, he uses the mom card. My Mill recently lost a family member and has been really down, and she wants everyone together for the holiday. We've come up several times this year because we wanted to support her. And if the situation was different, we would have loved to come up for Christmas too. Sadly, it doesn't change our circumstances. We were also upset because MIL's struggles were never the reason until Phil said it. After weeks of talking about Christmas plans, I was pretty upset to hear that Phil was trying to guilt trip us in this way. But then I got a bright idea. Since he wants us to spend time with friends and family, then we'll do just that. We are now making plans to visit everyone that we don't get to see. His family will still get time with us, but we refuse to let Phil dictate our time. We plan to rent a car because I can already foresee Phil making excuses for why we can't use their cars. Tomorrow we're supposed to talk about booking flights, and I plan to tell Phil, you know what? This works out after all because we can now see everyone that we haven't seen in a long time. I can't wait to hear the tone in his voice when he realizes we aren't planning to spend every waking moment with him. Sorry for any grammatical errors. I'm typing this literally about an hour after hearing of FIL's latest guilt trip. Any advice and tips are greatly appreciated, smiling face. Comment by Mystery S. That sounds ridiculous. Just don't go and schedule time with everyone when it's convenient. You're wasting your time trying to prove a point. Comment by Magdavis. Just be aware that they'll expect this to happen, this shafting your husband's job. I appreciate the petty, but you do better to stick to your guns and say no rather than give a partial win that you can't actually afford. Comment by Possible Owl 8957. Just have your husband say no, it really is a complete sentence.